Good morning everybody and welcome back to Theme Park Voyage. Today I am at Knott's Farm for my first ever visit. Never ever been here before, super excited, and this is the final vlog from California 2025. So hopefully you've enjoyed the series. There is a dedicated playlist if you haven't watched the rest of the videos. There's 9 coasters to get on here today. We've got 4 main attractions including Silver Bullet, Hangtime, Xcelerator and the main one that I've come here for, which is GhostRider, which is a CCI wooden coaster, was retracked by GCI back in 2014 and 2015. Super excited to get on GhostRider today. That's definitely where I'll be starting my day. Park hours are 10 AM until 9 PM. I have bought fast lane today. Main reason for that is that I checked the queue times yesterday and everything was on a nearly 2 to 3 hour wait. I don't fancy waiting 2 to 3 hours, especially when I've just got one day here. So I thought, let's get fast lane, let's get on all the rides that I want to get on, plenty of re-rides. The plan is to start at GhostRider. Main reason for that is that I've heard even with fast lane it can still build up a half an hour, 40-minute queue. So that's the plan. I'm gonna head to Starbucks, get something to eat, and then head over to GhostRider. So hopefully it opens on time, and hopefully I will see you there. So it's 2 minutes past 10. I've just had 2 rides on GhostRider. Not bad considering the park was only meant to open at 10 o'clock. Somehow they managed to get GhostRider open at 9:30, which is absolutely fantastic. So with fast lane I managed to get 2 rides in, as I say, before 10, before it even opened. So if you come into Knott's Farm, make sure you get here early because it's definitely worth it. The current advertised wait is over an hour now, so I'm so glad that I've got fast lane today. Definitely recommend getting that as well. Overall thoughts on the coaster, opened back here in 1998. Just a really good fun ride. It's not a kind of top 10 coaster or anything like that. Really long as well, not long in terms of length, just long in terms of time. There's quite a few bits where I felt like it lost its pacing a little bit. I was sat on row 10 and row 12, so I've done the very back. Airtime was pretty decent, laterals were pretty good. As I say, not a top 10 coaster, just a really good, fun, enjoyable wooden coaster to start the day. Plan now is to head to either Xcelerator or Hangtime if either of them open on time, and just kind of go from there. As I say, with fast lane it's kind of easy to just not have to really look at the app, not look at queue times, just do whatever you fancy. So see you at one of them 2 next. Just had my first ride on Hangtime here at Knott's Farm, and that was absolutely awesome. That is what the Smile at Alton Towers should be like. Nice compact layout, so it would fit perfectly in there. with lap bar restraints, super comfy, had my hands up the whole way around, wasn't worried about being rough, wasn't worried about banging my head, absolutely brilliant. Only 5 inversions, but that's all it needed. Really, really, really good fun. Opened back here in 2018, so it is newer than the Smiler by about 5 years. Smiler opened in 2013. But as I say, only needs 5 inversions, and that was really, really good fun. Definitely lives up to its name as well. Hang time was brilliant, especially on the first drop. Really holds you there for about 10 or 15 seconds or so. That's what it feels like. Put some off-ride footage so you'll see shortly. The hang time that you also got at the start of the first inversion was absolutely brilliant. Really, really good ride. Yeah, definitely recommend giving this one a go. Preferred it over GhostRider actually, which I was quite surprised about. I thought I preferred GhostRider. But yeah, very, very good. Plan now is to head to Xcelerator and give that a go. One of the last few remaining Intamin hydraulic launch coasters left. So I'll head over there shortly and you'll see that in a second. Just had my first ride on the 2002 Intamin Xcelerator here at Knott's Berry Farm. Xcelerator. That was awesome. Really, really good. I was so surprised at the launch. Obviously, hydraulic launches really pack a punch, but that one was really good fun, really forceful. It doesn't give you any time to think about it. It's literally, here we go, bang, off you go. I really liked as well how it had a bit of a layout to it as well. It wasn't just a launch and a top hat. I mean, it's not a great rest of the layout, but at least it's something. But yeah, I'm really, really surprised at that. That was absolutely wonderful. I don't think it'll be around for much longer based on what's happened to Top Thrill Dragster and King Dakar. I think its days are numbered. It's only on one train today and it's reasonably busy. I wouldn't say it's very, very busy, but it's reasonably busy. So I think if you want to ride this coaster, you've got to get out here and you've got to do it. It's obviously had a paint job recently. I think it was last year it was painted up, so it looks really, really good. Hopefully you see that from the off-ride footage. But I even think, even though they've painted it up and stuff, this new Six Flags Cedar Fair merger is getting rid of expensive rides, getting rid of problematic rides. So I'm so happy that I managed to get on this because it was absolutely awesome. Yeah, I'm actually quite speechless at that launch. I really wasn't expecting it to be that good. Probably just hear it going past now. Yeah, absolutely awesome. Definitely recommend getting it. Probably second favourite, I'd say, after Hangtime. Hangtime 1, Xcelerator 2, GhostRider 3, which I didn't think would happen. So it just shows you that you've got to get out here and try these rides and make your own opinions on them. I thought GhostRider would be #1 in the park, but I've definitely preferred the other two so far. Plan now is to head to Silver Bullet. Should be off of there by 11 o'clock, so we'll have done all of the 4 major coasters and 2 rides on GhostRider by 11 o'clock, so Fastlane's really paying off so far. So I'll see you at the B&M Invert, which is Silver Bullet.
And enjoy, right? Let's do it.
Silver Bullet here, which is the B&M inverted coaster, opened back in 2002. It's a custom layout with 6 inversions. My favourite inversion on there has to be that Cobra Roll over the main entrance of the park. Is absolutely incredible. The views that you get looking back down at guests walking around at the main entrance is fantastic. I also enjoyed the views that you get going up the lift hill. So I sat on the far left hand seat, so I got really good views of Xcelerator and Hangtime, which was great. And I also really like the colour scheme and the final version, which is a corkscrew over the water. Absolutely brilliant coaster. The one slight negative I would say is the operations are a bit strange. There's nobody at the top batching people. So when I walked up the fast lane queue, there was nobody to scan my ticket. I did scan in obviously, but there was nobody there to actually make sure that I had fast lane, so I could quite easily have walked up there without it. I saved myself a 40-minute queue, and with them having nobody batching anybody, there was loads of empty seats. There was 2 on my row which could quite easily have been filled, so that's a bit of a shame. Hopefully they get a staff member on there to batch people better than they are at the moment. I think my plan now is to head to Jaguar. I'm going to get some lunch first and then head to Jaguar after that. I've looked at this off-ride and it looks a very strange and unique coaster, so I'm going to be open-minded and give it a go, but we'll see. I don't think it's going to be great, but let's go and give it a go. Give Jaguar a go. I think that the building here looks absolutely awesome. Really cool. Don't know if the coaster will quite live up to it, but we shall see. So I will chat to you when I get off. Just come off of Jaguar here at Knott's Berry Farm. Opened back in 1995, so a year after Nemesis opened at Alton Towers, and that ride is just not very good. Like, I just don't see what it's there to do. I mean, the facade outside is actually really good. The theme of it as well looks pretty decent. I don't get it. You kind of go up a lift hill, you back round to the left, and you go down a really shallow drop where you don't really pick up any speed or any force or anything, into some straight track, go around another corner, up another lift hill, down another really shallow descent into another bit of straight track, around a corner, into the brake. That's basically the ride. Yeah, really not very good. And I was going around, I was thinking, God, this must be really old for it to be this bad. And then I checked and it was only opened in 1995. I'm astonished that that's opened, as I say, a year after Nemesis, with all the technology and all of the amazing rides that Nemesis has given me over the years. To have something like that open a year later is a bit strange, really. Yeah, first not very good one. My plan now is to head to Pony Express, I think, go and tick that off, and then maybe GhostRider again. Hopefully it's warmed up a little bit, so we'll see. Hopefully I can get a bit more airtime on there. So next stop is Pony Express. I'll see you over there. So my plan was to head to Pony Express. However, on the way over there, I just walked past the Calico Mine Company ride. I thought, let's jump in the queue for that and give that a go. Perks of having fast lane is you don't really have to worry about what the queue times are and all that sort of stuff. Just jump straight in. So I'll see you when I get up here. It looks really good, this, to be fair. So I've just ridden the Calico Mine ride by the Calico Mining Company. That was really good fun. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and exceeded my expectations. I didn't have any expectations going into it. I didn't even know what type of ride it was. I thought it was a narrow mine train, but it's not. It's miles better than that, to be completely honest. It's powered by its own engine. It's got its own train driver on there. and it talks you through the story of the Calico Mining Company. Yeah, really good. The set pieces in there were brilliant, theming was brilliant, animatronics were okay, but for a Cedar Fair park they were pretty good, to be honest. So if you come in here, definitely don't miss that. I waited 0 minutes. I would happily have waited half an hour in the regular queue, to be honest with you, and got a ride of that quality. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, and as I say, definitely don't miss it. Just done Pony Express and GhostRider. Pony Express first. Yeah, good ride. Nothing spectacular. If anything, it was a little bit on the shorter side. Nice launch though. Reminded me a lot of Velocity at Flamingo Land. Similar style ride, just this time you're on a pony rather than a motorbike. Decent little filler ride. I think it was on about a 45-minute wait. I waited 0 minutes with Fast Pass, so again, really, I know I keep saying it, but I'm really glad I got this today. And then GhostRider, just a standard wild mouse. Yeah, again, an okay ride, nothing spectacular. It's got these weird like knee restraints or shin restraints on there, which I actually think makes it less safe for somebody like me who's quite tall and quite skinny. It really, sort of the lap bar was nowhere near where it needed to be, but I physically couldn't get any lower because it was pushing up against my shins, so I don't quite understand that, to be honest with you. Again, an okay ride, 60-minute advertised wait, I waited 1 minute in the Fast Pass queue, so yeah, again, I'm so glad I got it today. I think the plan now is to do Hangtime since I'm here, might as well do that, and then maybe do Xcelerator. I was going to do GhostRider, but that's closed. I'm guessing they're having a technical problem over there, so hopefully that reopens shortly. I'd like to get back on that one. Just come off of Knott's Fairy Tales Return to the Fair, and that is one of the worst start rides I have ever done. Like, really poor. We'll start with the operations. So, got in the fast lane queue, got straight to the merge point, merged, and there must have been 20 or 30 people in front of me, and I waited nearly 45 minutes to get on it from the merge point. How it can be that slow, I just don't get it. The cars are pulling in, they're just meandering up and down, no kind of rush to it. And bear in mind I'm on my own and it seats 4 people. I got a whole carriage to myself when the people behind me were at 2. We could have quite easily paired up and got 3 people through in one ride there. So operations really not very good at all. Then you sit down, you get your gun, and it's just all screen based, and you're pulling on it and it's not going where you're aiming at all, like nowhere near where you're aiming, which is not great. And then because the operations are so poor, towards the end of the ride, the last 3 screens just sat there for ages with nothing happening in front of you, waiting for the cars to move through the station so that you can get off the ride. Yeah, really not good. Having said that, the theme was all right. I kind of got it. It's the idea being is that you're shooting the pies to get them back to come back to the fair, which makes a bit of sense. But yeah, just operations let it down. The gun's not working properly, let it down. Yeah, I would advise skipping that one. Unless it's walk on, then yeah, give it a go. I just think that the dark ride I did earlier, the mine ride was so much better. 100% recommend doing that rather than doing this one. And I think if they turn that into a dark ride, it'd actually be pretty good if they gave it a good shot. My plan now is to head to GhostRider. It's just reopened. I told you before that it had a bit of downtime, so that's reopened. I'm going to head there, and hopefully that's warmed up because I'd like to see it absolutely flying around. So I'll see you over at GhostRider. Hi there.
Now, if y'all not afford another seat, you are packed in this house than sardines. Yeah. I mean, your seat is fine. At least you're sitting. I had to walk all the way back. All right. Now, where's your money at?
They gonna give me a book?
Oh, you know, a lot of people say they're broke on this train. You might actually. I see, though, you went to the doctor to get patched up, so that's good. I don't take leaves as currency. Do you have anything else to contribute? A penny? Is it here? Or is it home? Listen, I know she doesn't have money. She's got a Boys and Bear tasting car. She's been robbed already.
Since I last spoke to you, I've had another couple of goes on GhostRider. I've also been on Silver Bullet and did the train that's here. GhostRider definitely warmed up. That is definitely the best ride at this park, 100%. The airtime was really good. The only bit I don't like is the bit at the top of the turnaround, just before you kind of, it's not a mid-course, but it feels like a mid-course. Yeah, that's the only bit I don't really like. The second half, though, totally out my seat the whole way on those last couple of rides, and the laterals that you get on the kind of last few turns, wow, really powerful. Like, you feel like you're trying to be thrown out of the coaster carriage. Yeah, really good ride. Definitely warmed up. Super excited for a night ride. I mean, it's only 5 o'clock now, so if that thing keeps warming up, it could be really good. Don't think it's quite in the top 10 yet. It's probably 15th, 16th-ish. But yeah, very good ride. Silver Bullet was great again. Yeah, love that. On the back row, nice and intense, nice and fun. Just coaster at what you'd expect from a B&M invert, really. And then the train was fabulous as well. I've put in some footage of the train ride because you're allowed to film on there. Yeah, that was good fun as well. I always say don't miss the trains. You can get some really, really unique views of the coasters and of the whole park in general by going on those trains. The one here is great, the one at Blackpool is brilliant, the one at Cedar Point is fantastic. There's so many really, really good trains and a lot of people miss them. So yeah, definitely don't miss them. As I say, the plan is now it's 5 o'clock, so I'm gonna go and do the shop towers or drop towers. I don't know, they're one of the two. I haven't seen them go around yet, so it's either a shot or a drop. I'm gonna go and do that, and then I'm gonna go and look for some merch afterwards. So yeah. So since I last spoke to you, I have had a go on the S&S drop towers, not shot towers like I said before, they are drop towers. I also got something to eat and did a little bit of shopping. Got a really cool t-shirt and a really cool, awesome GhostRider mug, which I'm excited to show you guys. There will be a full merch roundup at the end of the series, so in a couple of weeks time I'll film one of them, show you all the merch that I bought. The S&S drop towers were pretty good as well, to be fair. The force that you got from the top was epic, and the view was incredible as well, looking all the way out over towards sort of upstate, I'm guessing. It was away from the sea, so yeah, whatever you guys would call that in America, sort of inland for us Brits. But yeah, that was a really nice view. Holds you for about 6 or 7 seconds at the top before shooting you back down, and as I say, the force was great, and hopefully when I go and try Launchpad in a few weeks time I'll get the same experience. If what S&S have done to Launchpad is anything like that, Blackpool in for a real hit. I think I'm going to head to Hangtime or Xcelerator next to give that a go. It is 6:20, so the plan is to tick a couple of them off, and I'd like to do a night ride on Silver Bullet, GhostRider, Hangtime and Xcelerator. I'm not quite sure what order I'm going to do it in. Xcelerator will probably be the last one because that's on one train, so I'll do the other 3 first and then head over to Xcelerator and do that. Overall, having a really good day. I've just shown you there one of the signs that I've seen. I've seen plenty of those signs around today, and I've just sort of wandered around having a read of them, and I'm not going to put them in the vlog and show you because there's quite a lot to read on there, but it's awesome, the atmosphere in this park. It's not quite what I was expecting. I thought it would kind of be a bit like Cedar Point and not really have any atmosphere, just be kind of amazing ride after amazing ride after amazing ride, but it's really not. There's quite a bit of atmosphere, there's a lot going on. I've tried to put as much of it in as I possibly can. Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised, and I'd say it's more of a hybrid between an amusement park and a theme park rather than just being an amusement park, which I expected it to be. So yeah, see you at either Hangtime or Xcelerator next.
Why are you guys fighting over?
Now that we're making our way down, please remain seated. Now that we're descending, please remain.
Just had a ride on Hangtime, which was absolutely awesome. Really jealous that that's here, and that is so what the Smile and Roll Towers could be like. So good, so much fun. Hands in the air all the way around, not rough at all. Loads of airtime, loads of great inversions. Super jealous that that's here. Please, Alton Towers, please, can you change the trains on the Smiler? I don't think that they will, but we can live in hope. And then I also just went on the Sky Cabin here. Don't miss that. Sky Tower, Sky Cabin? Sky Tower, I think it's called. Don't miss that here. That is absolutely incredible. You get such good views, especially off to Hangtime and Silver Bullet. The views there were really good. The ones off to GhostRider were okay, and Xcelerator you couldn't really see because of the sun. But I should have put some footage in, especially of Hangtime. That was absolutely awesome. So definitely don't miss it. It's in a bit of a weird spot as well, the queue line. It's right by the basketball game right next to Xcelerator, so you've got to make sure that you don't miss it. It's quite hard to find actually. I've tried to put a bit of a clip in so you can see exactly where it is. But yeah, definitely don't miss that. That was awesome. Plan now is to head to GhostRider and basically lap that thing until it gets dark, and then do a night ride on the 4 main ones and kind of wrap it up from there. So hopefully see you over at GhostRider next. That is it. My first theme park voyage is complete. That was absolutely amazing. This whole trip has been absolutely fantastic, and what a way to finish it. I managed to get a night ride on Silver Bullet, GhostRider, Hangtime and Xcelerator in the last hour. Wow, all of them were absolutely insane. Favourite's got to be GhostRider. I was sat on row 4 I think, and just that ejector air time on that second bit was absolutely phenomenal. Overall, Knott Sperry Farm's been absolutely fantastic. Really enjoyed it, and a great way to finish the trip, to be completely honest. There's plenty more I could have seen here as well. There was loads of shows that I saw that I didn't get a chance to do. Loads of flat rides that I also didn't get a chance to do. So I'm excited to come back and experience those for sure. Overall, started the trip with Universal, done Disney, done Disney's California Adventure, Magic Mountain and Knott Sperry Farm. Absolutely wonderful time. Favourite park? That's a tough one because they're all great at different things. I was surprised by Universal, thoroughly enjoyed Six Flags Magic Mountain. Disney was great, Disney always is, and this one really surprised me. I'm excited to try Montezuma's Revenge as well when that reopens, because that looked an absolutely awesome ride from what I've seen. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please leave a like, please subscribe and please comment. There's plenty more voyages coming. The next one should be middle of June, providing that the prices are still decent when I get home. Yeah, that'll also be out to the US, so that should be another good trip. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.